almost 75 kilograms, a local boy from Western area. We have Erick Henning.
About a kilogram difference between
Our
these two
referee
fighters.
for this fight will be Mr. Boetie van der Heever. Our judges, Mrs. Reinacker, van der Sant, and Mr. J. Mapati. Our kick counters, D. Betel and D. Grunenberg. Our timekeeper, B. Meyer.
We're going to see a lot of action tonight. As Mike said, these two fighters very tough. The vacant professional South African light middleweight title over 9 rounds. Carl de Souza from Durban in the right-hand side. White trunks taking on Erick Henning of Western area. Henning in the colourful trunks, the tights. The referee, Mr. Boetie van Heerden, telling these boys what to do. A lot of psyching up going on right now, Mike.
Right, let's have a look. They're starting to move. Carl starts circling, very clever idea, not just going in wild, covering up, setting him up, faking to see how his opponent reacts to his fakes.
And it's immediately Henning coming through with good combinations. He's hungry, and de Souza sometimes starts very slowly. Oh, big one coming from both fighters. A lot of action coming through from both of them. And it's Henning just slightly back now. He respects Carl de Souza. De Souza got rid of him once before, and he knows that de Souza packs a punch. But we all know that young Henning packs a very good punch. He hits de Souza with a big reverse, and that was a really good combination coming through from young Henning. De Souza, a veteran fighter, he's 31 years old. He said to me the other day he hasn't got long in the ring, wants to write another title behind his name. He's also a very good kicker, likes to use his legs. De Souza keeping his hands up. He's been warned before that he has to keep his hands up because he was put down not long ago for the count of 8. He wasn't really hurt, but he was put down because he wasn't keeping his hands up. He got up and he knocked his man out. That was Eno Kabela. Big reverse coming through from Erick Henning, and Henning is hungry to take this title because he has tried to take something away from de Souza before. He didn't succeed. I think we're going to see a lot of action here today, Mike.
Yeah, one thing Carl's doing wrong a bit is he keeps dropping his right hand. He should keep that right hand very high for that spinning backhand.
Big spinning kick coming from Henning, and that's one of Henning's straight, isn't it?
That's one of Erick Henning's. He does a spinning backhand, and he comes with a spinning back kick. Carl's got to keep his right hand high. He's got to keep that right hand high.
And Carl would do well not to be overconfident. Henning has improved vastly since he fought de Souza the last time. The last time, the only thing that stood between the two of them was de Souza's fitness. He was really fit. He started very slowly as well, and he eventually overpowered Henning that wasn't as experienced as de Souza. But de Souza has come of age lately. Of course, he lost in a very good fight to the world champion Manson Gibson. We've seen him in South Africa twice. So this de Souza is a very experienced fighter. He has defended his national title very well. That is Paddy Carson, his coach. He's, of course, the man that controls kickboxing in Durban. The first round, Mike.
Well, the first round, Erick Henning came in very hard, as you see there. Carl didn't actually expect that, and I think Carl will have to watch it for that pressure.
The second replay we can see once again, it's Henning. Big reverse, and that could have been really damaging. He just caught him a very slight blow, but that could have been dangerous.
Yeah, that was a glancing blow, but it could have been on. It could have been on. As I say, Erick Henning shouldn't have his hands up there. He should have his hands on his knees. That makes the heart pump further with the blood.
Two fighters have felt each other out. You can see Carl de Souza, perfectly toned, perfectly conditioned. He's ready for it. Slight hold up. Referee Boetie van Heever says, get on with the action. De Souza on the attack immediately. Henning tries that big reverse. Connected with that kick. It's a very devastating kick, that. Big one, but de Souza's cotton onto that. Goes over the top. Oh, big combination from de Souza. And Henning knows he's in a fight. De Souza is putting a lot of pressure right now. Henning keeping away with those kicks. But de Souza is putting a lot of pressure right now. Carl de Souza. Henning catches him with a big kick on the back of the head. But it's all Carl de Souza. He's trying to get there. Henning trying to fight his way out of this. Erick Henning with the tights, de Souza with the white trunks, fighting for the vacant junior middleweight title. Whoa, magnificent action. Both perfectly tuned fighters want to take the title away. And both these fighters know that they are in a scrap. They've slowed down slightly. Souza tries a sweep. And it really works to keep his man off balance because he can't. Nice roundhouse kick coming from Henning. Tries that big reverse again, but Souza is much more careful. Mike is showing a lot more respect for Henning.
This is a different fight completely since the last time. I think Cole knows that Erick can bang a bit, but I think Cole is starting to come in closer, much closer, putting a lot of pressure. But he should keep his chin down.
Toe to toe now, and Henning has landed with some good combinations there. Henning is the man that's going back. Souza is the man that's doing all the attacking. Erick Henning on the right in the colourful tights. Carl Souza in the white trunks. The vacant national light middleweight title. It was vacated by Ralph Milne recently. Ralph Milne was up and he's not really using it.
The thing is, if the jab lands on the nose or on the face, it vibrates to the guy's head and he doesn't see the right cross.
On the replay, Souza comes through the big one, and that rocked him because Erick Henning's feet went, his knees buckled. But he got out of this very quickly, and quite a few punches landing, and then they both slip.
Oh, that's where Cole could have maybe caught his ankle. Good block with the knee there. Oh, nice
big roundhouse. If that connected, I have Carl Souza slightly ahead on points at this stage. He seems to be the aggressor, and he's taking punches.
Excellent, yeah, he's taken the fight to Erick so far.
Second last round, round 8 of 9. Carl Souza on the left, fighting Erick Henning for the national light middleweight title.
See, Erick is like trying to counter. He should put a bit more pressure now, especially the last 2 rounds. To impress the judges, you've got to start improving on your attacking techniques. Cole's straight right is working excellently for him. He's got to set him up with a jab, then follow with the right. Yeah, Erick likes to wait for his man. He likes to wait for his man. Cole's got to keep it chin down.
It's becoming a little bit scrappy now. Both these fighters think very tired, I think, and for that reason it's becoming slightly scrappy.
I think it's very close at the moment.
Yes.
What do you think, Dirk?
I think it's very close. Both these fighters, and I think one good round from both of them could change it. Well, one mustn't forget that Carl Souza only delivered 7 kicks in 1 round.
Well, that could count again. That's counting against him. So Cole's got to come up with something now. He's got to start putting more pressure.
I didn't watch Erick Henning's count, but at the moment Henning's got 14 kicks. Carl Souza's got 7 kicks. And he can't afford, he has to kick.
Got to kick.
And Carl is not kicking.
Carl's got to kick.
There
he's got 1.
That's 8 kicks, 9 kicks.
Right, his kicks are in.
And it's so important, these fighters, sometimes when they get tired, they forget it. Erick Henning on 16 kicks now. That's really impressive.
Cole should use that straight jab. He should use it much more with the left leg. He should use it more, especially now. The right is working for him. He should use the jab and the right. What do you think, Dirk?
Well,
this
could be the decider, and yeah, maybe the best man win.
I think it's very close. This could be the decider. Whoa,
yes, and I thought they were going to come out screaming.
Both of them. This might even be a draw.
I think Souza has decided he's got to come out and take the fight to Henning, and Henning's decided to say, nice punch coming from Souza, and another one, and another one.
It's working for him, the right. He's got to put pressure.
And another one on the right. Left as well. Souza putting a lot of pressure now.
Excellent fight, excellent fight. But he missed 1 or 2 kicks, but he's got to come back now. Beautiful spinning backhand, but on the glove.
Souza's only had 2 kicks up to now. Henning's already delivered 9 kicks.
That's the beauty of it. Erick starts training, throws, gets his kicks in, and then he can coast and do whatever he wants to. If you only go half around with no kicks, then you've got a problem. The idea is to get your kicks in early.
But Souza's not doing it. He's delivered 3 kicks. That is so dangerous.
If Erick's clever, he'll just move around now and Carl won't get his kicks in. He'll win the fight. He's got to get his kicks in. Whoa.
Souza's hurt. Souza's hurt. No, he's not.
Whoa. That's what I'm talking. Keep her right and up. He's got to keep his right and up. There. Erick throws beautiful spinning backhands, so the people got to watch for that. He's got to watch for that.
Oh, this is so close, man. Souza coming. That right hand's working for him. But once again, he's not kicking. Delivered 5 kicks. Erick Henning has delivered 15 kicks.
He's got about 6 kicks in now.
That's 6 kicks.
Whoops. He's got to keep his hand up. Dirk, as you see, he must keep his hand up. Excellent fight, Dirk. Excellent.
That
what
was
do you think, Dirk?
Great stuff. Souza smiles. He's finished it. Both fighters smiling at each other. I'm just afraid that Souza might have not delivered enough kicks. That could count against him. And that last round was furious. On the replay, Souza comes through with a big one. He connects very well.
There's the uppercut.
Big
right
uppercut coming and a
gloves.
roundhouse punch. Another one. And then
his right hand is too low. His right hand is too low. There you go. You see, guys? His right hand is too low. He should keep it up. He's too square. He should be sideways and keep it right hand up.
Another replay.
As you see it.
And it's Henning chopping that uppercut was devastating.
Well, let's have a look at this now. Let's see that spinning backhand. This, you see his hand was low.
He
His
actually
hand
hit him
was
with the
low.
elbow though. Maybe not intentionally, but he hit him and it was a hard shot.
He should keep, you see what I mean, Dirk? Is keep her right and up, especially in kickboxing. Those spinning backhands are dangerous techniques.
Let's see this again. Souza comes through. Big one from Henning again. Whoa, and that was great. That was at the beginning of the fight. And Henning really came through very strong. Furious action still at the beginning of this fight. Souza attacking. Both fighters determined to finish this off.
Very close so far, Dirk.
I think it's very close.
I think Carl maybe take the
Ladies and gentlemen,
first
the South African light middle title is no longer vacant. We do have a unanimous decision. Judge A gives it to the fighters 89-82. Second judge gives the fight 88-84. And our third judge 89-83. Ladies and gentlemen, the new light middleweight champion of South Africa, Erick Henning.
And that's it. Young Erick Henning takes it. And I think those kicks that Carl Souza didn't deliver.
that counted against him. If he had his kicks in, it would have been much more closer. But as you say, you can be a better boxer, but you can still lose a fight. You got to get his kickbox, you got to get your kicks in.